LEGO Icons is a premium line. It attracts buyers who want one strong display build. The risk is simple. A first Icons purchase can lock you into the wrong scale and the wrong time commitment. That creates regret and stalled motivation. This guide ranks the Icons sets that most reliably deliver a good build and a satisfying display. It is not a list for collectors who already own everything. It is a decision tool for the next purchase. We will focus on sets that stay relevant in the catalog and that fit real living spaces. We will also separate impressive from practical because those are not the same thing. At the end, you will know which Icons set to start with, which to delay, and how to choose a second set without wasting money or space. The goal is a first or next purchase that you can finish, display, and feel satisfied with for months, not days. The Icons range is wide. Some sets are buildings, some are vehicles, some are giant monuments. The boxes look similar, but the experience is not. The biggest sets demand long sessions and a large surface to build on. The modular buildings demand shelf depth and long-term display commitment. The mechanical sets demand patience and careful handling. Many buyers pick based on the photo and the piece count. That often leads to a first build that feels repetitive, fragile, or simply too large for the room. Another common mistake is buying a set that looks premium, but does not match how you want to spend your time. The result is not just a bad weekend, it is a slow loss of interest in the hobby. A good first Icons set should create momentum. It should teach your hands the building style. It should leave you with a display piece you can actually keep out. That is why ranking matters. It forces clarity on time, space, and the kind of satisfaction you want after the last bag. Use one guiding rule. Choose the set that matches your dominant constraint. Your constraint is usually one of three things: space, time, or handling tolerance. Space means the finished model must live comfortably on one shelf, one table, or one display zone. Time means you want a build that fits into short sessions without losing the thread. Handling tolerance means you prefer models that can be moved and dusted without constant repairs. When a set matches your constraint, it feels premium even before you finish it. When it fights your constraint, it feels like work. This ranking prioritizes sets that balance build flow with display stability. It also rewards sets that can become the anchor of a collection without forcing you into a single theme forever. When in doubt, choose the set that you can complete in your normal weekly routine and that you can display without rearranging your entire room. Quick selector before the full ranking. Pick the lane that matches what you want to feel when you finish. If you want clean design and easy display, the Concorde is the reliable choice. If you want to build with lots of scenes and story density, the Lion Knight's Castle is the strongest all-round experience. If you want city-style architecture and you enjoy interiors, choose one modular building. The Jazz Club is the most balanced. The Boutique Hotel is the most colorful. The Natural History Museum is the biggest and most formal. If you want engineering and motion, the Loop Coaster is the best fit. If you want a single centerpiece that dominates a room, the Eiffel Tower is the vertical statement. If you want a long horizontal museum build, the Titanic is the calm endurance build. Now we rank them using the same criteria so you can choose with confidence even when two options feel equally tempting. Ranking method. Each pick is judged on 4 signals: build flow, display impact, space efficiency, and long-term satisfaction. Build flow means the steps feel varied and logical. Display impact means it looks finished from normal room distance. Space efficiency means it delivers presence without demanding an entire room. Long-term satisfaction means it still feels worth keeping after the novelty fades. Ranks 8 through 6 are strong choices when you want a premium display, but you also want a predictable build. They are easier to live with than the very largest Icons sets. Rank 8 is the Boutique Hotel. It is a modular building with clear structure and strong colors. It rewards slow building and interior detail. Rank 7 is the Jazz Club. It has a clean footprint and a satisfying mix of exterior texture and interior scenes. Rank 6 is the Natural History Museum. It is larger, but the rooms feel purposeful and the display reads well from distance. These 3 work best for buyers who like architecture, minifigure scenes, and a display that can sit on a dedicated shelf for years. Ranks 5 through 3 are the sets that convert a casual buyer into a repeat buyer. They are not the smallest, but they are efficient with time and space. Rank 5 is the Concorde. The build is clean and technical without feeling like a puzzle. It creates a long, elegant silhouette that fits well on a shelf or a sideboard. It also stays stable when moved. Rank 4 is the Loop Coaster. This is the most kinetic Icons experience. The build is long, but it stays interesting because the structure changes often. It is also a strong display for people who want motion and engineering details. Rank 3 is the Lion Knight's Castle. It is a dense build with many small scenes. It feels like several builds in one, and it avoids the flat repetition that can appear in very large monuments. These ranks are the best balance point for most buyers. They feel premium, but they do not demand extreme display conditions. Ranks 2 and 1 are the statement pieces. They are impressive, but they are not neutral purchases. They strongly shape your future buying, because they dominate space and time. Rank 2 is the Titanic. It delivers a museum-style presence and a deep, steady building rhythm. It is best when you want long sessions and you can leave the build in progress without packing it away. Rank 1 is the Eiffel Tower. It wins on vertical presence and on the feeling of finishing something monumental. It is also a set where planning matters. You need stable floor space and a final display location that is not temporary. If you buy either of these, make the decision intentional. Treat it as an anchor. If your home or schedule cannot support that, you will enjoy them more later, not sooner. For most people, these are best as a second or third Icons purchase after you know your pace and your display habits. Empathetic. What not to buy first is not about quality, it is about timing. Do not start with the Eiffel Tower if you are still learning your build pace. A very tall monument demands repetitive structural steps and a long attention span. That can feel draining as a first Icons experience. Do not start with the Titanic if you do not have a protected build area. A long ship build is satisfying, but only if you can leave it out and return to it calmly. Do not start with the Loop Coaster if you dislike alignment and testing. It is rewarding, but it is also precise. Do not start with a modular building if you do not want minifigure scenes and interior detail. Modular builds are excellent, but they are a commitment to that style. The smart first purchase is the one that matches your constraint and your preferred building rhythm. That is the difference between a display piece you love and a box you avoid. Final recommendation. Start with a momentum builder unless you already know you want an anchor. If you want a clean premium display with a stable model, start with the Concorde. If you want a build that feels like a complete world in one box, start with the Lion Knight's Castle. If you want an architectural shelf presence and long-term collecting potential, start with the Jazz Club or the Boutique Hotel. Then apply a simple upgrade rule. Your second Icons set should change one variable only. Either go bigger, or go more detailed, or go more mechanical. Do not change all three at once. This creates a collection that stays coherent. It also keeps each purchase clearly justified by your experience, not by impulse. This approach keeps your Icons collection flexible. It also keeps your display clean and intentional as it grows. Next step. Use the long-term path. After your first Icons set, decide what you want to optimize next. If you want a stronger room statement, move toward the Eiffel Tower. If you want a longer build with steady rhythm, move toward the Titanic. If you want more city display, add the Natural History Museum. If you want more movement, add the Loop Coaster. Keep your collection small on purpose. One strong Icons set displayed well beats 5 sets stored in boxes. When you choose your next build, match it to the space you actually have, not the space you imagine. The 2 shorts linked to this video help you decide between the 2 biggest anchors and how to avoid the most common first purchase mistake. The full ranked list and the decision rule are in this long guide. Use that same rule for every later purchase. If the constraint has changed, the choice should change with it.